At 40, you've experienced enough to understand yourself. You've made mistakes, learned lessons, and now you stand firm. This is the age when you stop pretending and embrace authenticity. Denzel Washington says, "Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship." The struggles of your past have refined you, not defined you. You are no longer searching. You have found yourself. At 40, you stop living for others' validation. You no longer crave applause. You live for purpose. Denzel reminds us, don't just aspire to make a living, aspire to make a difference. You now measure success by impact, not opinions. The weight of expectations lifts, and you walk freely. This is the time to lead, not follow. Experience is life's greatest teacher, and by 40, you've attended every class. You've failed, learned, and adapted. You now think before you act, plan before you move. Denzel once said, "Do what you feel passionate about. Take chances." Now, you take calculated risks, not blind leaps. Your wisdom turns obstacles into opportunities. Denzel emphasizes, put God first. At 40, you realize that success isn't just about hard work, but also faith. You know, discipline shapes destiny. You wake up early, stay consistent, and trust the process. Life has shown you that shortcuts lead nowhere. Now, you embrace patience, perseverance, and prayer. At 20, you waste time. At 30, you chase time. At 40, you value time. Denzel warns, dreams without goals remain dreams. You now move with purpose, cutting out distractions. You say no to what doesn't serve you. Time is your most valuable asset, and you invest it wisely. Every minute now counts. By 40, you stop walking in the footsteps of others. You realize that your journey is unique. Denzel says, you only live once, so do what you feel passionate about. You take the leap even when fear tries to hold you back. You build, create, and inspire without hesitation. Now, you walk with boldness and purpose. At 40, failure becomes your teacher, not your enemy. You understand that failure is a step, not a stop sign. Denzel reminds us, fall forward. Every setback has given you strength. You now welcome challenges, knowing they build character. You are unstoppable because you refuse to quit. At 40, you see beyond money, titles, and fame. You measure success by the lives you touch. Denzel says, helping others is the most selfish thing you can do because of the gratification you receive. Now, you mentor, uplift, and inspire. Your purpose is no longer just personal, it's generational. You understand that legacy is greater than luxury. At 40, you've walked through storms, climbed mountains, and survived battles. You no longer wonder who you are. You know, life has tested you, broken you, and built you back stronger. Denzel Washington said, "Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship." The struggle has shaped you into a warrior. You no longer look for external validation. Your confidence comes from within. You embrace your strengths and accept your flaws. You have clarity, purpose, and direction. At 40, you stop existing and start living with intent. In your younger years, you chased acceptance. You tried to fit in, meet expectations, and please everyone. But by 40, you realize that you are enough. You no longer wait for permission to be yourself. Denzel reminds us, don't just aspire to make a living, aspire to make a difference. You stop impressing and start impacting. You walk away from toxic environments without hesitation. You create your own lane and drive at your own speed. Your value doesn't depend on others' opinions. It comes from your soul. At 40, you finally own your worth. Life is a teacher, and experience is the curriculum. By 40, you've taken all the hard classes: heartbreak, failure, loss, and struggle. You've learned that not every opportunity is a blessing. Denzel says, do what you feel passionate about. Take chances. Now, you take risks with wisdom, not recklessness. You no longer rush into things. You evaluate, plan, and execute. You choose peace over drama, growth over comfort, and purpose over popularity. You've mastered patience, resilience, and discernment. At 40, every move you make is intentional. In your 20s, you thought hard work was enough. In your 30s, you realized discipline was key. By 40, you understand that faith and discipline go hand in hand. Denzel emphasizes, put God first in everything you do. You no longer panic over delays. You trust divine timing. You don't just pray, you work. You don't just dream, you plan. You wake up early, stay consistent, and move with purpose. You've let go of distractions and embraced the process. At 40, you master the art of focus. At 20, you thought you had all the time in the world. At 30, you chased time, trying to do everything at once. At 40, you finally understand that time is your greatest asset. Denzel warns, dreams without goals remain dreams. You no longer waste energy on meaningless pursuits. At 40, you've walked through storms, climbed mountains, and survived battles. You've been tested, broken, and rebuilt into someone unshakable. The uncertainty of youth is gone. You now stand in clarity. Denzel Washington says, ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. Every hardship you endured has been shaping you for this moment. You no longer ask, who am I? You declare it boldly. You have a story, a mission, and a purpose. This is when your life truly begins. For years, you tried to fit in. You wanted acceptance. But by 40, you realize that approval is a cage. You stop adjusting yourself to make others comfortable. Denzel reminds us, don't just aspire to make a living, aspire to make a difference. Now, you move with purpose, not permission. You don't need applause, you create impact. You silence the noise, trust your gut, and walk your own path. This is when you stop impressing and start inspiring. By 40, you've seen what works and what doesn't. You no longer act on impulse, you act with intention. You've learned patience, resilience, and strategy. Denzel says, do what you feel passionate about. Take chances. Now you don't chase every opportunity. You choose the right one. You think long-term, invest wisely, and build with purpose. You avoid drama, distractions, and detours. This is when you make moves that truly matter. Denzel emphasizes, put God first in everything you do. At 40, you know that success isn't just about effort, it's about alignment. You no longer stress over things outside your control. You trust divine timing. You stay disciplined. You've learned that greatness isn't built overnight, it's built daily. You wake up with focus, work with purpose, and move with faith. You stop doubting and start believing. This is when you fully step into your destiny. In your 20s, you wasted time. In your 30s, you chased time. At 40, you understand that time is your greatest currency. Denzel warns, dreams without goals remain dreams. You no longer entertain nonsense, negativity, or noise. You don't waste energy on meaningless conversations or drama. You protect your peace, your vision, and your mission. Every second now counts. Every move has meaning. This is when you start maximizing every moment. By 40, you stop looking for roadmaps. You create your own. You stop asking for directions from people who've never been where you're going. Denzel says, you only live once, so do what you feel passionate about. You step out of the shadows and into your purpose. You take risks, start businesses, create, and innovate. You are no longer a follower. You become a leader. You don't wait for doors to open. You build your own. This is when you stop dreaming and start doing. Fear of failure kept you small for years. At 40, you realize failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. Denzel reminds us, fall forward. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. You embrace failure as feedback. You learn, you adapt, you grow. You no longer fear rejection, you see it as redirection. You understand that setbacks are setups for comebacks. You stop hesitating, you start executing. This is when fear stops controlling you. In your younger years, success meant money, titles, and recognition. By 40, you realize true success is measured by impact. Denzel says, helping others is the most selfish thing you can do because of the gratification you receive. You shift from, what can I get, to, how can I give? You mentor, teach, uplift, and empower. You build for future generations. You create a legacy. You no longer chase material things. You chase meaning. This is when you leave footprints that last forever. You don't let emotions control you. You respond instead of reacting. You pick your battles wisely. At 40, you master emotional intelligence. You no longer chase people who don't value you. You attract those who respect, support, and uplift you. You invest in meaningful connections, not shallow friendships. At 40, you surround yourself with winners. You no longer spend recklessly, you invest wisely. You focus on wealth building, ownership, and financial freedom. You understand the value of money and make it work for you. At 40, you take control of your financial future. You stop holding on to past pain, grudges, and regrets. You release what no longer serves you. You forgive, not for them, but for yourself. At 40, you move forward with a lighter heart. You take care of your body, mind, and soul. You make healthier choices. You exercise consistently. You no longer take your health for granted. At 40, self-care becomes a priority, not an afterthought. You no longer justify your decisions to people who don't understand your vision. You don't waste energy on convincing. Your results will speak. You walk with confidence, knowing you owe no one an explanation. At 40, you embrace your power. You no longer follow society's script. You write your own. You stop living by other people's timelines. At 40, you've seen enough, felt enough, and lost enough to finally understand yourself. No more second guessing. No more asking for permission to be who you are. You have clarity. You know your strengths. You know your weaknesses. Denzel Washington says, ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. The hardships have shaped you. The struggles have refined you. You no longer ask, who am I? You declare it. This is the moment when self-doubt dies and self-mastery begins. At 40, you stop living for validation and start living for purpose. You don't need applause, you walk with purpose. Denzel reminds us, don't just aspire to make a living, aspire to make a difference. You no longer waste time trying to fit in. You embrace your uniqueness and stand firm in your beliefs. You don't follow trends, you set them. This is the moment when you stop being influenced and start influencing. By 40, you've taken enough wrong turns to finally understand direction. You no longer make decisions based on emotions. You make them based on wisdom. You've learned patience, discipline, and strategic thinking. Denzel says, do what you feel passionate about. Take chances. But now you take calculated risks, not reckless leaps. You don't rush. You plan. You move with precision. This is the moment when you stop reacting and start executing. Denzel emphasizes, put God first in everything you do. At 40, you realize that success is not just about talent. It's about faith and discipline. You've seen doors open that you never knocked on. You've seen opportunities come when you least expected them. You no longer panic over delays. You trust divine timing. You pray, you grind, you believe, and you persist. This is the moment when you stop doubting and start believing. At 20, you wasted time. At 30, you chased time. At 40, you protect time. Denzel warns, dreams without goals remain dreams. You no longer entertain negativity or meaningless distractions. You guard your time like it's gold, because it is. You focus only on what truly matters. This is the moment when every second becomes intentional. By 40, you stop looking for a roadmap. You create your own. You don't wait for opportunities. You make them. Denzel says, You only live once, so do what you feel passionate about. You stop fearing judgment and start trusting yourself. You take risks, break limits, and challenge norms. You become unstoppable. This is the moment when you stop walking in shadows and start walking in the light. At 40, failure is no longer your enemy, it's your teacher. You've failed enough to know that every loss carries a lesson. Denzel reminds us, fall forward. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. You no longer avoid challenges, you embrace them. You see rejection as redirection. You know that failure is only a step towards something greater. This is the moment when fear loses its power over you. In your younger years, success meant money, titles, and applause. At 40, success means legacy, impact, and purpose. Denzel says, helping others is the most selfish thing you can do because of the gratification you receive. You measure success by the lives you touch, not the things you own. You give, you mentor, you inspire, you build something that will last beyond your lifetime. This is the moment when you stop chasing success and start creating significance. You don't let emotions control you anymore. You choose peace over unnecessary battles. You understand when to walk away and when to stand firm. This is the moment when you master your mind. You no longer keep people around just for the sake of company. You surround yourself with winners, visionaries, and believers. Your circle becomes smaller but stronger. This is the moment when you choose quality over quantity. You no longer spend recklessly. You build wealth wisely. You invest, save, and think long-term. You focus on ownership, not just income. This is the moment when you take control of your financial destiny. You no longer hold on to past pain, grudges, or regrets. You release what no longer serves you. You forgive, not for them, but for yourself. This is the moment when you move forward with a free heart. You take care of your body, mind, and soul. You don't just work hard, you rest and recharge. You realize that health is true wealth. This is the moment when self-care becomes a necessity, not a luxury. You no longer justify your choices to those who don't understand your vision. You move in silence and let results do the talking. You no longer beg for support. You build without it. This is the moment when you embrace your power unapologetically. You no longer follow society's script. You write your own. You take risks. You explore. You break limits. You no longer ask, can I? You say, watch me. This is the moment when you truly start living.